Alright, I'm gonna talk a little bit about, that Houston Astros stolen, you know, signals, and what else? That they had a camera set up near Center Field, and there was banging. Look, I did my research on this shit. I'm an Astros fan, okay? But to me, when it comes to this, yes, I'm defending my favorite team. But also, to me, this is not only addressing, I'm defending the Astros, but I'm also saying it's a bit odd. Because the main two topics are the Houston Astros sign stealings and the World Series. I know the World Series I should have done this when it first came out, but I'm gonna do it. Now, first one, the sign stealing. I've been to the games. It's loud as hell. I'm serious, I can barely hear anything. If you if you gotta tell someone something, you literally have to be in their ear. And even when you do that, you have to speak loud, not yell, but be loud in order to literally for that person to hear. So with, them banging, oh hey, this is gonna be an off pitch. Hit that trash can twice. No. Each time I've been at an angle where I can see into the dugout. I didn't see no one, bang against the trash can or make any banging sound. I highly doubt you can even hear that. And down there, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt you can hear a bang. No matter how good your hearing is, if you hear a bang, trust me, this sign stealing would have happened probably a year or two earlier. All right, but no, it wouldn't have happened this time. It probably could have happened, when we first when we first won our World Series, but no, it didn't. So that got me, I was happy when we won our first World Series. I was like, yay, yay. But to me, I worked at the game. I've been to the games, regular season and playoffs. I've worked regular season and playoffs. There is no way in hell a batter can hear a type of bang, because I'll tell you this right now, we have, I know, I'm not sure because I haven't been to any other stadiums. I've been to, the Astro Stadium, the Texans Stadium. Other than that, that's it. But, I've been where they have a thing, it's like when they have on the board, get loud or be loud, and it has doom, 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 or some shit like that, That's the only banging I hear, and that you're barely able to hear. You can still hear it, but if that shit is like, you can hear it, kinda hear it, What makes you think they're gonna hear someone banging against someone banging a trash against a trash can? And that shit's on a jumbotron, and some people can barely hear that hoe. Oh, and then a camera in center field to steal signs. The fuck if there was cameras there, don't you think it would have been noticed? Cause don't you think every stadium is inspected to make sure there are no signs of cheating? Don't you think that would be that? But to me, that shit is just whack. That shit is. They're just trying to cover up from the little World Series thing. Cause to me, now I was barely gonna talk about the scandal, cause that is just dumb. That little scandal is dumb. But to me, we were robbed. Now, again, I'm not defending that. Yes, I'm defending the Astros. But then again, if the Astros didn't make it this year, I would still pick two teams that I would want to see. Whether one of them went in and the other one didn't, I would still root for that one. Say the Yankees went in and they're in the finals. Well, the World Series. I'll be rooting for the Yankees. Same thing with Red Sox, Dodgers, I was about to say Knicks. The Mets, the A's, Angels, all the whatever team, I decide to pick, I'm gonna pick. If the Astros don't make it, I'll go ahead and pick the team. I'm like, I would want to see the Yankees, go to the World Series, and the Dodgers. I would want to see them in the World Series. I'll do that. But if I can't see that, I'm not gonna do shit. I can't do nothing about it. But that I really can't say much about. Other than, but it's just like, wow. So, like, well, say this. Like this, I'm going into the World Series. To us, after I told, one of my friends, after I saw Game 2, the way it ended, the way Game 2 was, I was like, there is no way in hell. Alright, Game 2. Game 2. We get 3 and they get 12. We get 3 and they get 12. The most we've ever scored was 8. The least we've ever scored was 2. And when they were winning, the last 2 games, if you notice, we only scored 2 points. Oh shit, my bad. My bad, guys. I didn't know I was doing that. My apologies. If you actually look at the game, the last 2 games, the Astros only scored 2 points. Some of the calls that the umpire made, I think were, bullshit. Some of them look like they should have been called a ball. Some of them look like they should have been called strike. But, and some, you know, it was just like, are you serious? I told, my friend, I was like, you know what? After game two, if we don't win game three, we we lost. The World Series, we lost it already. We won game three, game four, game five. And I'm like, okay, we're back at home. We won 3 games straight, so we were just toying with them. I'm like, okay. Game 7 came. Well, game 6 came. I was like, okay, we're going to go ahead and end it. Some teams, always take will always take the finals or the championship into game 5 so they can get an extra paycheck. So I'm like, okay, that's what they were doing. And I was like, game 6, they're going to end it. Astros get their second champion, or second championship. So I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, Astros have 2 points. And next time I see, because Astros were leading in game 6 when I last saw, if I can remember correctly. And then I go and check again. It's already 6-2. No, last time I checked, it was the 9th ending. No, it was going into the 9th. It was going into the 9th. Yeah. Sorry, I had to think about it. It was going into the 9th. Came out of my room to, go ahead and get some water. But I saw it was 7-2, and I'm like, with Clutch City, maybe we can pull a miracle out of our ass and get a grand slam, or maybe even whatchamacallit, maybe even win it by 7, do in the World Series 7-8. So the only thing they could say, we barely won, yada yada yada. But to me, game 7, we only scored 2. When I saw that, I was like, bro. As soon as I got my water, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, no, game. Nationals won. And when I told people the Nationals already won, people were like, bro, it's not even game 7. They haven't won 4 games yet. Why are you saying that? I told them, look what they've been doing. We beat them 3 times at home. They beat us 3 times at home. Okay? They beat us bad 3 times at home. Game 3, we didn't even beat them bad. We beat them by 3. Game 4, 5, yeah, we beat them bad. But if you look at if you know which players, are sluggers and how, what balls they can hit, what throws they can hit, and what throws they can't hit, you would know. And, yeah, I have the little score up here. What finds it now that I actually look at it, bro, the Nationals. Oh, now check this out for the World Series. Game 3, Astros 4, Nationals 1. What? Yeah, Game 3, Astros 4, Nationals 1. Game 4, Astros 8, Nationals 1. Game 5, Astros 7, Nationals 1. Now watch this from Game 3 to Game 7. Nationals 7, Astros 2. Nationals 6, Astros 2. To me, it doesn't seem right. That's just my opinion. It doesn't seem right. To me, it did not seem right whatsoever. It seemed like, the Nationals were already paid the refs. Well, not, I can't say refs because there are no refs, but umpires. That that was just pure. What the? Are you serious? But next topic. But yeah, when I do these topics, I'm gonna go. I'll end up thinking of one while I'm, talking. Next topic are the Patriots. Now, people don't believe me when I say, to me, oh, I would say this and I will always get a lot of backlash. Oh, Brady's the GOAT. Brady's the GOAT. Brady's the GOAT. When I say Brady's not the GOAT, Brady's not the GOAT. You win 6 Super Bowl rings? Really? And automatically you're a GOAT? Look at the way the last 3 Super Bowls, the last 3, he won. Look at that. Atlanta got robbed. Atlanta got robbed big time. I'm telling you that right now. If you do not believe me, then you should watch the game again. Alright. Hold on. I'm doing something. Alright. Well, hold on. I'm doing a little something real quick. Alright. I apologize, guys. You know. Well, I like to do my research, but sometimes when I do stuff like this, I also like to, look them up as well to make sure I am also correct. Alright. Like Super Bowl, like 2014, 2016, 2018. That Super Bowl. Super Bowl against the Seahawks, that one, some calls seemed questionable, okay? Some of those calls were questionable. I can tell you that right now. Alright, the calls were questionable. It's like, have you noticed when you watch the Patriots, they always cause a lot of penalties. There's always a lot of penalties on one team. And then all of a sudden, bam. Like, it could be holding 71 against the Patriots, They get like 2 penalties against them, and then all of a sudden, bam. He goes deep and they make it. They get a first down. They were 3rd and 2. All of a sudden, they have 2 penalties, and it's already 3rd and whatchamacallit, 3rd and 18, and it's just bam. But this call, the Falcons, I'm not a fan of the Falcons, but I wanted the Falcons to win. I wanted them to win. Because I'm not sure if I don't think they ever won a Super Bowl. I'm not sure. I'll do my research on that. Before I post this, I'll put it in the description. Yeah, the Falcons did not win a Super Bowl. Or never won one, if I am correct. But they were robbed. Because there is no way in hell you can have 3 points in the half, and then all of a sudden, in the 4th quarter, Atlanta doesn't even score a damn point. Does not score a damn point. That shit. That shit was questionable. That, to me, it was like, no way. And then against the Rams, the Rams and the the Rams and the Patriots, that got me thinking. I'm like, bro, this is not the way it ended. The Patriots barely winning. I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, there is no way. Alright, no way this is happening. Alright. Because when I first, found out especially, with the Rams and the Saints, that penalty, when I found out, the Rams were facing the Saints again, I was like, oh, shit. We're about to have a World War II, LA versus New Orleans. And then I saw, people in New Orleans, on the news, I saw people in New Orleans, dressed up as the refs. And it's like, bro, they have refs right there in the end zone, and you're not gonna call. You're not going to call a damn pass interference call when that hole was visible. Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, I got mad respect for him, but I'm just using this as an example. They can tell you that is pass interference. That, sir, is pass interference. Alright? But, Breeze got robbed. Sean Payton got robbed. I can't do nothing other than that. But, I'm here to do this, put this out. I don't, to me, if I had a choice to watch the 2010 football to, the 70s and the 80s football, I'll pick 70s and 80s. Because that's when motherfuckers were knocking motherfuckers out. That's when it was a true contact sport. People didn't bitch. Alright, now this is my opinion about, the topics about, the new football and the old football. Back then, motherfuckers would get laid out. You have concussion. Okay. Sit your ass on the sideline. We put the next motherfucker in. Now, you have a damn concussion. My head hurt. Well, sir, we're going to have to sit you out for this game. And we're going to have to sit you out for next game. Okay? It's our protocol. That's how we do it. You're literally making this. And I've seen, on social media, where there's little kids, middle schoolers, high schoolers, laying kids out. Well, not kids, but, the defense laying offensive players out. And then, and people bitch about it like, oh my God, you didn't have to hit him that hard. It's a contact sport. What, do you want him to go, you're tackled? That's not a contact sport. It's not. If that's a contact sport to you, then, and you're a football fan, I suggest you stop being a football fan and go to basketball, baseball, any other sport. Because those motherfuckers are padded. Those motherfuckers are out there. If they know the consequence. They know the consequence. Because look, you go out there. Like, if I had a son who wants to play football, I'll say, all right, hey, I'll let you go play football. And then he ends up saying, he ends up getting, a concussion. Next day he bitches to me, Dad, or that day he, I don't mean, to say bitch, but, if he says, Dad, why did he hit me so hard? I'll look at him with a straight face, and I will tell him, look, that's football. I told you, are you sure? You said, yes. You got laid out. He celebrated, even though it looked like he was trying hard. So, he laid you out. You're bitching about that. If I was you, I would not bitch. I'll take my ass. I'll take my ass, go train, get better and better. So next time I see him, he comes and tries to tackle me, I'll be so quick, I'll be able to dodge him. That's how you should do that shit. Instead of bitching. If you bitch in football, don't take your ass into Pee Wee. Don't continue your ass in middle school, high school, college, to the pros. Sit your ass out. Call it. If you bitch about, oh, he's hitting me too hard. Oh, that wasn't, if you bitch about, oh, no, that's passing a foul. Come on, that's passing interference. Bro, if you're gonna bitch about shit like that, get your ass off the field. If I was a head coach and I heard one of my offensive players bitching throughout the whole first quarter, and I knew that wasn't a pass interference or that wasn't a personal foul, I'll say, hey, come here. Why are you bitching? Why the fuck are you bitching? You're bitching too much. You gotta stop it. If you don't stop bitching, your ass, that bench, that quarterback, calling plays. Simple, easy as that. I don't care if your arm is better than that quarterback's. I don't care. That's how it's gonna go. If you don't like it, there's the bench. I can go ahead and call a timeout and get his or her arm warmed up and say, hey, let's go. Simple, easy. Alright, I'm gonna end that shit right there. Yes, I know I curse a lot. That's just how I am. I curse. I'm not gonna, be ashamed of it or anything. But, I'm gonna sign it off as, with this last thing, hope y'all, whatever time y'all watching this day or night, hope y'all safe, good, with all the crazy shit going on in the world. Be blessed for y'all are able to do what y'all do, even though there's people less fortunate than y'all who have, what y'all have. But I'm gonna finish it off as this. The legendary Companda is out.